Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Adjacent with Jace, the tabletop interview review show for The Adventures in Ethoria, brought to you by the Black Tower Stories. I'm your host, Jace, and with me tonight, a scientist who doesn't get the gist, so he winds up pissed, and he writes his list that hurts his wrist, so he comes in now to grab a refreshment, then he'll see his wanted poster hung by an inhabitant. If he gets out of line, there will be a punishment because not even Aaron can fuck this establishment. Hi, Aaron.
Hello.
That was a slog to get through, but I didn't fuck it entirely up. But I put some hard words in there.
Yeah, you need to stop adding big words.
No. You have the fuck the establishment name, so I gotta use it.
Yeah.
It's hard to get that in there. Welcome, Aaron. It's been a while. There was no Jason with Jace last week, because I didn't want to do it. And there was no D&D, so I had a day off. I don't get days off.
It has been a while.
It's been a while. Let me adjust your...
It's been a while. Camera.
Yeah, your camera, because you're a little off. Everyone sits slightly different, so... Let's zoom guest audio. Group. Nope, not that one. You're in group A. My folder's on my thingy.
Group A for Aaron.
This is just group. Put you over there. And edit this live. Heck yeah, look at that. There you go. They're beautiful.
Beautiful.
I'm going to get the OLED TV and just put you on there. But those are harder to put on a cart. So I gotta use my cart. That's the whole point of this.
We gotta have movie day.
Yeah. No, because we're not gonna do any work that day.
No.
Just roll you on over here.
It's just grading and sleeping.
Yep. So, Aaron, how you been? I got some questions coming in. I got a few for you as well.
I'm all right. We haven't played in a while.
Yeah.
And I've been busy.
And when did we play? We wound up getting in a massive fight.
Yes.
Mm-hmm. Today's special, Flamen Wolfed Giant Eagle. Anyone in the chat, take a look at what picture I attempted to draw on it and take a wild guess at what it is, because I don't really know what I was thinking.
It was a slow roasted over, probably 4 or 5 rounds.
It's just a couple squiggles on this chalkboard. But we got a few new things in the background here for people to take a look at. Aaron, it's all new to you because you never pay attention.
I don't know.
Is this a new TV? Yes, it is a new TV.
Don't upgrade? You finally spent that Electrum I've been saving?
No, not here. Kind of looks like a caddy blumpish. A catabeplis.
A what?
The catabeplis.
Catawump?
Caddy blumpus.
Catawoo?
Kitty blubberlumpadumpus. We got that first question from old Rab there. How was combat after an excessive break?
It was good to get back in it, and I don't have a problem with getting back into it, because I know what's going on with my character, which is turret and then Ray of Frost. That's all I am.
Hey, I swing a sword
and an axe.
Yeah, I just do that. Every character can be simplified down to certain things, though. So I don't know. I was like, oh, what does a wizard do? Cast this spell. Maybe cast another spell.
But for Rab, he plays a rogue, which does many things. And if I was playing a rogue, I would probably not know what I had.
You've played a rogue.
I have.
Yes.
But we did not take a break.
Oh yeah, that's what you're getting at. Like, well,
yeah.
You played a rogue fighter, so we didn't really take any breaks during We would take breaks during like the holiday part, and that was about it.
But like I only play fighters, so I always have fighter going.
You don't have to worry about fighters. Like, what changed? Nothing. I can attack a few times.
I hit 2 times now.
I think the fight after that long awaited stuff was fun. I didn't have to learn anything new. It was just you get another attack. I was like, ooh, neat.
I just had a lot of damage ups. I got a lot of damage up.
Which is ironic because you didn't do more damage.
A whole lot.
Oh, it was a pretty bad damage output you compared to the other fights you had.
Yeah.
It's just, man, that's not a good fight.
Well, it's because like nothing moved in the way I wanted for me to like successfully flamethrower. The only thing that kept harassing me was the eagle.
Yeah, that was funny.
And it's like, look, I got a flamethrower out because I thought I was going to be able to blast a couple things. They're all dex based.
Oh yeah, natural animals. They got that dexterity, except for bears. That bear did not last long.
Yeah.
Just, oh look, it's dead now. On to the next one.
Just, I see it got crit by an assassin rogue.
Shame.
Goodbye.
Although technically I think... No, it wasn't surprised. That's why I was like, it should have automatically got sneak attack, a crit, but it wasn't surprised, so yeah. Assassin rogues are weird how that works.
Yeah.
But Volred moved around a whole lot. Is the opposite of the turret style he normally does. Like, I'm going to move. I'm like, oh, that's new. That's not even something he got at 5th level. He's always been able to do that. He just decided that session, like, I'm going to see what it looks like on that side of the map today. As he runs off. I thought the fight was fine.
It was a very enjoyable fight.
I got some sweet stats out of it, which I will be going over later.
I do not like
green eggs.
I do not like them. Sam, I am. How melee it got in there.
Well, you're trapped on a log.
Yes.
I mean, it was all like beast creatures. Like, it's always going to be melee with them. They're not going to go throw in things at you unless it's like an ape.
Yeah. I mean, like, I got an 8 strength. What do you want from me?
You have an aversion to combat. We already know this.
Yes.
The nerds stay on the log. Everyone else moved.
One of them turns into a bear.
Yeah. I feel like we should have freaked out a bit more about that. It's like, what the fuck is another bear?
Well, we know he can turn into other animals.
It's been the extent of, like,
I think a squirrel and an otter.
A bear's a bit of a step. Like, wow. That was a jump. It's excessive. You could talk to animals. That worked eventually.
Eventually. But they didn't want to talk.
We got some crits in that fight. I think everyone got something. I don't think I got a crit, but we had like 3, I think, total.
I got critted.
Yeah. I got critted. Did like 11 damage. I didn't care because I'm a tank. I've got all these hit points. I'm going to use them.
Mine did way too much.
Oh, yeah. I got stat on that one. That was a good hit. On to another question here real quick. It's just a question for Aaron. Why? From Rab.
Because fuck the establishment. That is all. No other comments.
Quality statement. Question for both. How do you feel knowing that there's a big, hot bear in the party now? I wouldn't say hot.
I wouldn't say big.
Average sized bear.
Yeah.
I think it's more neat mechanically the fact than the insinuation of the bear. You know, the other kind of bear.
Like, if it was a dire bear, sure. That'd be crazy.
We're not impressed. Yet.
Yeah. Um, Ari has many druid things that are impressive to show.
I find the weather thing more impressive than the bear.
The weather,
just being able to
that
tell
is
what
a
weather it is.
cantrip.
Yeah, I think that's neat.
Nuts.
Oh, you turn into a bear. Well, I already saw that you could turn into like a squirrel. I figure that's weird. But
The
you
fact of
can
the matter
tell what
is
the
that you
weather's
can-
gonna be like. That's pretty cool.
Like, can I dress up? Do I have to dress down? Rainy, sun, tornado.
Yeah, your whole day could be ruined if you don't know what the weather's like. You don't want to be a hot, sweaty bear. That'd be kind of gross.
Yeah.
Some people might like hot, sweaty bears.
But now he's a bear with tattoos, so maybe that changes things. I don't know.
I'm gonna go back and fight a creature with my bare hands.
With your bare hands.
Gotta turn it into the strongest wild shape of all, the axe beak. Is that a monstrosity or a beast? There are restrictions there.
Have this wonderful website.
I have one cool thing I can do, and you throw it to the wind. It's like, what? You could tell how windy it's gonna be too with Druidcraft. So that's even bonuses there.
It is a beast.
Oh, cool.
It is a quarter challenge rating beast.
Ooh, catty. That's not how you spell that word, Tater. It's not catty-blumpus.
It's cattywampus.
It's catabeplus.
What?
It's a murder cow.
Oh.
That's a monstrosity, though.
Oh, murder?
No, murder is an oryx. A catabeplus is what I call a murder cow. It's like a yak, but it's got a really long neck like a giraffe. And it has a attack called the Death Ray. Yeah, that's the proper look. Oh, no healing for Gander. He needs it more than anyone. He would have died.
Listen.
Hey, buddy, old pal. You know those temporary hit points can work on wild shapes. You stack those on top of there. Okay, on to the next part. I want to go into a little bit of stats here. I did do a slight spoiler during the break of the downtime of the session for some of the information that I got, but I wanted to really track some of the stats. And the one big notoriety from here is that Arthur managed to nearly do a third of his total damage he's done so far in the campaign in one fight.
In that fight we just had?
Fight, he did 103 points of damage as the bear. And so far for the entire campaign, he had only done 331. So he did almost 1/3 in one aspect of that fight, the entire thing. You know, like the bear, you know, like the heel.
I think that he has been given bad luck because the DM every time he attacks with the quarterstaff, the DM says miss, and so he misses.
Arthur did the biggest hit from the bear, 19 points. Which beats his previous biggest hit of 16 points. I made a new chart that has Arthur, parentheses, bear, so I can keep track of what each one of his wild shapes do, because I think that'd be a fun way of going about it. Also, congratulations to Gander, who also landed his biggest hit of 16 points, beating his previous of 15. Well, that's not right. Because I'm pretty sure you did like a 20-something. That might not be an updated stat. Well, I know who did.
I thought I critted a...
yeah, you did like a 20
petrification chicken.
No, that was... well, way back then, that was probably the 15. That stat might not have been updated, so... Volred has now maxed out at 45 points with his new crit he just recently did. And he didn't even roll that good.
Dude... The more sneak attack dice he gets, the more he's just gonna execute things as he crits.
Just one shot, one kill. He did it to a bear. He could do it to almost anything else. Caleb did 20 more points than his previous maximum hit when he decided to use the Nova Stick of Magic Missile and dealt 26, beating his previous 6 points. That mess with a bear, you get no care. He's an intensive care bear. Let's see. I do have to unfortunately concede to the DM on this one, as he has finally eclipsed 1,000 points of damage.
Oh, good. I don't know.
Dealt 1,008 total points. Means he beat me to it, because my latest total is not that.
Did he though? Did he deal 1,000? Did the DM or did all the creatures he uses?
Okay. Did all of the machinations you've made deal damage in the spells you're casting, or did you do it with your bare hands?
I don't know.
Well, the DM has dealt 1,008, so you can divide that over all the creatures he's had total, but this is not including any of the NPCs he's played. Those have their own separate categories, which Golvin has been added to the NPC list, and he's got some interesting stats. He was hit once, and he hit twice, and he has dealt 12 points of damage. Unfortunately, he is still in last place of NPCs. In the chat, I have the NPC characters that go around with us as separate stats, because I'm not giving him those because he's literally attacking himself with them.
I think all the machinations should count because I make them.
Okay, well, he makes the world, so.
Well, shouldn't all damage be his then?
Oh, we could, but that's just that could be an end stat of all the numbers added together. Like, how much damage was dealt to the world? That'd be a big number after a while. I've got a question for you based on the stats. It's a two-part question. One, has Caleb surpassed Gorbek in damage, finally, with Gorbek not playing for a long time? And two, is Caleb finally in triple digits?
He surpassed Gorbek, he is not in triple digits.
Both correct. Wow, good guess. I kind of worded it in a way that make that seems. Gorbek's previous total was 96 points. Caleb has now gotten to 99 points of damage.
That was close.
One shy of 100 points. So, yeah. As far as the total damage that's been dealt, Arthur, if you include the bear form, has dealt 434. Gander has dealt 279. Volred at 686. Gorbek 96, Caleb 99, Izal with a paltry 905, and the DM with 1008.
You were close. You were close.
It's like I just needed to crit more and him not to crit as much, because him critting really jumps those numbers up.
I was very afraid of getting critted by that ADAC.
Big deer. I think
Yeah.
I wasn't afraid of getting crit by it because I was already in full motion. I was fine.
I think if he critted me, he might have almost killed me.
I think he does like 4 dice worth of damage, so crit base is at like probably 30 or 32 plus dice rolling, so you're looking at a 50 to 60 point damage hit, which I think you're in your 30s typically, but if you were at like
I'm
5
like
hit
35
points, you would have been dead.
Yes.
To the total kill count, I have Arthur at 17, with 3 of those being in bear form. Gorbek still at 4. Volred at 17. Caleb has 3 now. We went up by 1. Gander still sitting at 4. And Izal has the magical 22. Izal has 22 kills. Huzzah for me.
You can't kill him anymore.
I have to stop. I have to be a pacifist from now on. I'm going to go be peaceful and not kill anything else.
You gotta drop them negative,
I
and then
can
figure out how to stabilize.
I can kill people in increments of hundreds now. No more, no less.
Only severe mass murder. Only severe mass murder.
Just I'm only allowed to do a little bit of apocalypse. Just a little bit. As far as additional stats, Arthur's healing. I don't count Arthur healing during downtime. That's more because that's a cheesy way of doing it. So Arthur's healing hasn't gone up since then. And let me scroll down here to find the stats from the specific fight. I think that was it. The most damage done during the last fight was Volred did
What?
not get there.
What?
Volred did not deal the most.
Oh.
Yeah,
Alright.
Volred and you technically had some of your lowest outputs. Volred had a spike that was the 45, but in reality he didn't have that. Must have a damage dealing day. The DM dealt 94 points of damage. Arthur dealt 103, and Izal dealt 117. Gander did not do a whole bunch.
But
Caleb dealt 28. That's definitely the highest he's done.
wait, wasn't 26 of that from the
From one shot, yeah. The other one was a 2. He rolled double ones on a mind sliver.
Oh man.
It was a very busy day with a lot of natural 20s and natural 1s. But yeah, as far as stats go, that about does it. They've been updated. Hopefully next fight I'll get over 1,000 so I can catch up to the DM, and we need to quit getting hit so much so he doesn't gain more ground.
I am ready to use the cannon, the actual cannon, the cannon, and just machine gun people.
The ballista.
Yeah.
It does a lot of damage. It's got a long range too. That was that or the temporary hit point one probably would have been the better option last fight. Just because there was never two things within range because of how everything was placed out.
It was kind of messy.
Just like your bedroom.
Listen, man, my bedroom is my workshop, and they're both ruled by chaos.
You need to get someone to clean your room for you. I do have a note here for the latest Arthur momism, and it is don't do that non-Rogan stuff. That was said. And that's it. Let's go over to the questions again. What monster are you hoping for next? I mean, we're going to that magical place. That Lich's Tower. I could fight some undead.
We're going to a Lich's Tower?
Well, yeah. That's the quest we were taking. It's one of those raid for magical items once again.
You know what, Alex? Bone Claw.
Ooh, I'm gonna fight me a Bone Claw.
Me and Caleb will die.
Oh yeah, we'll fight me a Bony Boy.
Oh man, we're gonna die.
I think it's like a tradition. Die to your favorite creatures. It's how Tater's died to his favorite ones multiple times. Yeah,
I think Bone Claw is just a really it's a rough fight, and it's fun.
Our party could take a Bone Claw, even at level 5. We could take it at.
What is the CR of a Bone Claw?
It's like a 12 or a 14. It's pretty high up there.
Is it really? I thought it was lower.
No, it's high. It can do a lot of damage if you know how to play it right.
Oh, it's CR 12.
Yeah.
Oh, hey. Hey,
chat.
that's
Sir, Momo could only get so scared.
Oh, did Momo die to a Bone Claw?
No, but it did capture him and torture him.
Ah.
But Bone Claws they're a high CR because of their many abilities. If you don't know how to use their abilities correctly, though, They are not tanks. Okay, that's not what they do. You have to use all of their abilities for them to be effective. I'll have us fight a Bone Claw. We'd probably.
They got an HP pool.
Yeah. Read their teleportation ability.
No, I saw that.
That's the
I
cool
saw that.
one. You gotta know how to use that. When you do that, you can take people with you. That look of disgust on your face. I sent my party against 2 of them at the same time.
Why?
They were not level 12.
It's so inappropriate.
They're so cool though. Look at they got big like knife hands, and they look neat. Too many people want to use liches. I say, Bone Claws. Bone Claws will do that because when they die, they come back.
They come back,
but it's
until their master is killed.
Exactly, and their master isn't just another wizard. Their master is just someone who, when they were reborn, had enough hate in their body, in their life, that the Bone Claw was drawn to them and just kind of imprints on them. So a Bone Claw could be attached to like a child in like a city because the child was like, it just hates everything so much. And now they have like Bone Claw protectors that are there just to do evil shit for them. It's not how it is in my game, but I always love that aspect of like Bone Claws are great because you could put them in anything and just make a cool ass story around them. And they'll keep dying and they'll keep coming back. And if you get more of them, it's even more impressive. So what monster do you want to fight?
I wanted to fight the Bone Claw.
Oh yeah. Hear that, Eric? Let's go fight some bony boys.
I don't think even our DM is that mean.
Britt Mix is like, now I'm thinking of Bone Claws as ducklings that imprint on the first angry mama they see. They just attach to a bunch of Karens.
Listen, Alex, Jace, don't put that out there, man.
Another creature that's out there that imprints on individuals is the Gray Render. It's like this big, almost like ogre-looking thing, but it's like basically a dog. It's like super kind, but it imprints on an individual and it will just follow them around and typically do whatever they want, but they're just so weird that they don't have a choice. So like, oh my god, this monster's following me around. Why? It's like, that thing just thinks you're cool. You're just being mean. That's more like the duckling situation. It's like, they like you. It's in the Gray Render. It's pretty. I think it's CR 6. Are you looking it up?
12.
12? It's
12.
Yeah. Yay! They're tanks. Those Gray Renders are tanks. Duck claws. Merge the Bone Claw and a duck together and make it a Hydra. And that'll be the boss against any creature that you go against Momo with. Because it will give him horrifying nightmares. Alright. To 8:30. Alright, time for the game I have prepared for you, Aaron. Hope you're excited. This one is called The Weapons of Wonder. I have arranged several real weapons throughout history. They're all also very kind of weird. And what I want you to do is give them a stat. Whether it be magical or something neat that they do. And I will show you the picture on the screen. And we're both going to make weird, accurate, magical weapons because these actually existed. Alright, the first weapon of wonder is right here. If you look at the screen.
Yes.
Big old hardwood sword. It's got, I believe, not shark teeth, but this type of fish that has barbs out like a long nostril thing.
Yes.
This is from Indonesia, I believe.
Sawfish?
Yeah, like a sawfish. I think that because they're barbed teeth on it. So, stat it. What's its base weapon type? Talk about.
Great club, but deals piercing.
Ooh, I like that. What if it does that do anything special?
Does it do anything special? Made out of fish parts.
Imagine if you swing and stab someone with this. It'd probably suck ass if they pulled it against their body. I'm thinking some type of grapple effect.
I would think swim speed and advantage underwater.
Now I don't see swimmability when I see this thing. Mostly because it's wood. I know that this thing fucking floats. Which I think would be cool if it had the water walk ability. Since it's wood, it's floating anyway.
Okay.
Then just hit something that's around there. We got +1 Grape Club of Wounding, deals an extra 1d4 of piercing damage. I like it. I'm a big fan of not putting massive extra damage dice on weapons because that's mathematically gets crazy.
Yeah, I would have just put it a +1.
I like the 1d4 of piercing as a bonus action. Like, if you hit on the same turn, you can use your bonus action to inflict 1d4 of piercing damage extra. It's like you hit with it, and it's like kind of rake it against them.
But I don't know if 1d4 can constitute using a bonus action.
Hey, sometimes you got nothing to do with your bonus action.
All right, what's the next one?
On to the next one, the Great Club of Wounding. This little doodad.
I know what those are.
I think this is a Eucula?
Yeah, it's for throwing.
It's
Believe
like
it or not.
Dagger, but also an axe, but they're also well balanced for throwing. So you got thrown property, 20 to 60 feet. I know they're in the game, but they're just weird. People usually don't see these things. They just look up the weird names. It's like the last one on the weapons list. I'd like to slap a returning property on it. I like the...
it's kind of boomerang.
This dick sticking out of the back of it.
That is supposed to be phallical in shape because the bigger it's supposed to represent something.
Yeah. Nothing sucks worse than getting hit in the face with a flying dick.
Stabbed in the face
would probably be worse. So, thrown, returning property. I don't know.
Oh, give me 2 seconds. I'm so sorry.
Fine. Aaron is a butthead. And we can talk about him. It is a penis. If you look up this type of weapon, every one of them has like a weird dick shape on them. As far as magic, I just think it's a pretty simple wounding potential. I don't know. Reduce their speed, maybe. If you hit them on the crit.
Yeah.
Let's go on to the next one. Yeah.
So I think those were in 3.5, but for the sake of it, so I would imagine this as in a different way. It is a bonus action deployable shield with the light property, 1d6 damage. And so like it's a gauntlet arm Bambrus thing, and so it can figure a tire, but if fighting breaks out, you just
As far as stats go, I would probably list it as a short sword that grants a +2 AC when wielded.
Shield bonus.
+2 AC shield bonus for it. Just because that would be easier to figure it out. Otherwise, you have a shield now that's doing damage when it's statting as a weapon first is usually the best. I like the hole they have at the top of there.
But I think for spears.
No, it's for guns. Here's the second one. This one just straight up put a gun on it.
Okay.
This one just has a gun behind there attached to the shield.
Is it supposed to be the same thing?
It's not the same thing. It is literally just another cool shield, but they just attach the gun to it. So this one,
throw a flintlock pistol on there with a +2 shield bonus.
I imagine reloading this thing would be a real bitch to do, though. So like once
because you gotta like
once per initiative roll, you can fire it as a gun. It's like what, 2d6 is a flintlock. I'm not sure.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's
There is
probably
a dog.
here. Oh, on to the next one. I think I have another very similar
Hit me
one.
with your belt.
Yeah, here we go.
They're all shields out.
I saw some really cool shield ones that are all really stupid. But the interesting thing about this one is it's essentially a bracer and a shield, and you can't bend your arm with this thing on. Your arm is just straight, and you have a big old spear at the tip of it. You like have a lance, but your hand is out here. It's a bad lance, is what this is. So you'd still probably get your. I don't even know if you'd really get a full shield bonus of 2. I would just do like a +1 to your AC, because like you'll protect the head area, but you're not really gonna protect anything else. And
you can't.
You can't even like lower your arm. You're just stuck at this height.
Brace property.
I don't know. It's a lance.
I feel like that'd be something like a noble would have because it looks cool, and then just like the fighter walks up and just like bats it away and just
grabs a hold of it. Like now you have their arm. Like this. Let me tell you.
I don't know
stupid
what
idea.
you think you were gonna do, but
it's like a
not
nobleman goes to like a blacksmith. It's like, I have this really great idea that'll protect my entire arm. Like, okay,
that's dumb.
Listens for it. Like, this is one of the dumbest ideas I've ever. That much money? Yes, sir. I will be sure you want your name put on it. I'm blazing everything on there. And then it's like, oh, he's gonna die. Was there gambling back then? Let's gamble on this guy. He is going to die.
Unfortunately, no one would make any money.
Because no one bet on him. It's like, this dude's an idiot. He can't put his arm down. And I believe this is my last one I've set up. We didn't even stat that one. That one was just
That is bad.
That was just a bad one.
Stat it.
It was a bad lance. It was a lance without the range. I make it a lance of shield, and it's a normal lance, but uses a charge to the shield pop up. I would like it the shield stayed pop up, and then now you have like disadvantage on something, like any type of athletic or acrobatics check. It's a hindrance. And there's this one, the belt sword.
Long sword with reach.
I was thinking whip.
Whip with doesn't whip already deal slashing?
Yeah, and it has reach. So a whip, I would say indiscernible magic effect, like an illusion effect. Let's say indiscernible as a weapon.
Or as a belt.
I think what they did when they made this is like it's just a sword that's bent. But I see belt sword on here. 1d4 to the user when it's drawn. It's like, ow!
Yeah!
It cut through my 4 other belts too. Oh no, this anime character.
Um,
I like the like an illusion concealment effect would be pretty neat.
Yeah. DC 17. Wisdom.
Yeah, looking at this does just look like a sword that was curled over.
Yeah,
and not as
there
much
is
as
no.
belt. So the listing for this was belt sword, but this is clearly just a poorly made sword. It is completely keeled over and wrapped around something. When you heat up the sword too much in the making process and you quench it and it just fucking rolls up like a burrito, that's not good.
Rolls up like the Wicked Witch's fucking toes.
Just drop a house on this sword. My God. If your pants fall, you become restrained until you take an action to pull them up. Oh, the embarrassment. All right.
Oh, goodness.
I was going to make a list of anime weapons and try to stat them out, but those typically are like crazy stats. Most of them are great swords and long swords.
It is a -2 dagger.
A cumbersome penalty. You can get to go get the fuck out of here. I prefer realistic. I like Berserk because a lot of the weapons are very realistic. But then you have the main fucking character with the giant ass sword.
Then it gets a little freaky.
It gets demony, but even
It
then,
gets a little crazy.
Everyone's weapons are generally basic. He still is the one weird guy with a giant sword. And they even make remarks about it. They make remarks about it. It's like, that sword's ridiculous. Like, how could you even use that? It's entirely unrealistic.
Because I trained. Shut up.
Because I give 0 fucks.
And I put a cannon on my arm.
Hell yeah. Cannon arm. Best arm.
Gander ever loses an arm, going fighter, and I'm just become Guts.
It's a cannon arm now.
It's cannon arm.
I don't think Guts didn't invent his things, though.
I think he did.
Someone had to do it for him, because he isn't that smart. In fact, he's kind of a moron. He's just really good at fighting. He's Goku with less.
Oh yeah, because also in that time, like everyone was trying to fucking kill everybody.
It's just
so it was like make weapons.
Cool. Cannon arm. He had little hand grenades. Those are cool.
Before our time.
Guts armor is pretty cool though. That's a magic armor.
That is a cursed item.
There was a magical ability on armor in Pathfinder, I'm pretty sure 3.5, that had a similar ability to it, where if you felt unconscious, it would keep you conscious up until like a certain negative point, and then you would just die. It was like
forget what it was, but I know
something. Stygian defense was the enchantment, I think.
Oh, Stygian.
Yeah.
That sounds right.
It was neat. Okay,
all right.
Around. On to the next section.
Give it to me.
There's been a local meme going around lately, and it's been NPCs getting angry and attacking shopkeepers. And the joke's always been, you're attacking a level 20 shopkeeper. So if Gander were to reach level 20 and retire, what would he do? I need you to think about your entire life real quick.
So if Gander retired and I fulfilled what I want him to fulfill, I think he would make a boat and be like, and just sail. But it'd be an artificer boat, no sails. It would have no sails. It'd be the dwarven boats.
A dar.
But he'd be the only one on it, and it'd just be filled with arcane cannons.
Would you have like robot butlers?
Yeah, I'd just have fucking the tiny servants.
Now, why would you choose a boat? Like, I know we do a lot of traveling on the sea right now, but neither one of us are really sea travelers.
Because I think by level 20, Gander would learn to appreciate the ocean by then,
or hate it more than anything, and
become the dread pirate of the island chains.
Dread and Arthur would create galleons of Ganders, or Gander's galleon.
And Arthur would have created his own nightmare.
What have I done?
Because he would have taught him how to navigate the ocean, and just the long haul, and just everyone parts ways. Fucking Arthur's sailing on another ship for some reason, and just there's a plume of smoke over the horizon. It's a weird dar, and then you see Gander on the bow, just
Just plumes of smoke polluting everything. The black clouds of Gander have come. Oh no. He would fuck the establishment so hard at level 20. Like, yeah, he'd be a dread pirate. Fuck up all their trade routes.
Oh, and I'd have magic too, so I could just
Gander, Arthur's nightmare? Yeah, okay. Red scares him the most. I think it's the idea that if he becomes a dread pirate off of things that you've taught him, like, that would be pretty, like, oh shit, what'd I do?
Yeah.
Create a ship so massive and powerful that it doesn't give a crap about the weather.
Like, oh no, the group of druids summoned a tsunami.
What
Bubble.
if you gonna try to sink my ship? What if I sink it for you? You submerge yourself.
Like, oh no.
Can't sink me now.
Do? I'm already sunk.
Fire the cannons.
It is force damage, so there is no projectile to slow in the water.
Just creates an air bubble around it.
It'd be depth charges everywhere.
Gander's just out here murdering people. I don't even know what I would do at level 20. The idea is like a level 20 like shopkeeper. Like, I don't want to do a shopkeeping. That sounds boring as fuck.
I do like the idea that like shopkeepers and barkeeps are just level 20 somethings.
They're strong enough to where they don't have to take shit from travelers. Kind of curious what the other people would say about their characters. Like, what would they do at level 20 to finally retire? Do they make their own store? Do they die? I don't know. I know my character died last time, but I was like, I'm done. End of this chapter.
I don't know so far if Gander would heroically sacrifice himself.
All would, but I figure at those high enough levels, there ain't gonna be much that would be able to kill all. Like that. At that point, there's like, what is the challenge now? Go beat up really strong shit? Yeah, let's go beat up really strong. All would still go around and just try to pick fights with things that you have no business fighting.
Gotta pick a fight with Serpentine. Just fight me! No.
Raining hell from above. It's like, that's neat. My turn. Now get down here. What do you mean you won't come down here? Fight me. Serpentine would let me nowhere near that thing. I mean, that's just prejudice against the zealots. It's just rightfully earned that Axel is an asshole. But he's also not an asshole. That's just me. Well, Aaron.
Yes.
How is with the last fight going crazy? Does that affected your thought process on who's going to die in the dead pool?
I'm actually putting myself higher up because with my tendency to maybe use the flamethrower more, that made me get me a little too close to stuff.
The Flammenwerfer has a downside.
Yes. Whereas the cannon can keep me away, and I can just do. Like the flamethrower is like, hey, here, okay. To really be effective, I gotta stay nearby. So you stay nearby.
So Gander votes for himself on the Deadpool.
Yeah.
If you were to rank your Deadpool from top to bottom, with yourself now at the top, how would you rank it?
Caleb, Arthur, Vorad, he's all.
Am I number 2 or am I the bottom?
You're last.
Yay!
You're last. You will never die.
Yay! I'll be the next one.
Dies in the next combat.
I'll die in my sleep. Like, fuck! Not again.
Get critted by a Vorpal Morning Star.
I should just quit sleeping. It's safer. The exhaustion can go away eventually. Sleep during the day. I'll be a vampire. I just remember I do radiant damage. It's like, oh, that would be actually great against vampires. He's all the vampire hunter. Well, Aaron, it's getting close.
You're just gonna be the D&D blade.
I will, and then I would never die. I would be unkillable, and I deal radiant damage, so I'm perfect for killing them.
And if we somehow ever get a film adaptation, Wesley Snipes has to wear a blonde wig.
I want Wesley Snipes to play Saul. He probably needs the money.
Oh, no. No.
I was gonna steal your Thunder Tater. You didn't ask it yet. But, Aaron, what do you
Roll
think?
a D percentile.
No, I didn't ask you anything, Tater. I mean, Aaron. Yeah, I didn't ask you what to do. There you go. Gander, can you roll a D percentile? Oh, this is going great. Let me pull up my wild chart.
$64.
Ooh, 64. You cast Fog Cloud centered on yourself.
Can't find me, but you can find my flamethrower up your ass.
That's a pretty neat combo. Fog Cloud. Just aim for the
It's
center.
like, go get that little guy. And she's like, cool, I'm gonna just hide behind the turret. And it's like, what's this thing?
Why is this
It
metal
shoots
thing
fire.
You should put your head down the hole to make sure there's no one in there.
Oh?
Fuck. Just die. Alright. Angry Gander emoji. So, have you seen what's all new on the layout?
I got a new no electrum sign. Gorbeck. The Robe of Things. A jar that I think was back there, but it's just been hidden by the TV. A sword. And a chest.
Okay, those are all the things you think are new.
Yes.
Okay, well, you did list some of the things that are new since the last time you were on. Some of these things have been on here since almost the very beginning, though. The jar, it was all like episode 2. The chest was like episode 3 of the new layout. The robe has been on the coat rack for a while now. But
my brain was just pointing things out.
The bag of holding on the robe is new from the last time I did this. The Gorbeck wanted poster. I need to change the font on there because it's hard to read. It says wanted for arson. And the no electrum sign was changed to just like a weird pouty face. That is a new sword on the wall. Do you know what sword that is?
I do not. Not off the top of my head.
It's a Frostbrand.
Ugh, gross. Just like Firebrand.
Frostbrand's got benefits.
I don't know.
Because most things are resistant or immune to fire.
Yeah.
Or poison. Poison brand. It's like Raisin Brand with no raisins.
2 cups of fire in every bite, in every box.
Who put habanero peppers in my Raisin Brand?
Some maniacal wizard. Okay.
Some evil ass.
2
2 scoops of habanero. That seems excessive. I just pour in some of the bomb from Hot Ones.
Oh my god.
I'm gonna shit liquid fire.
Two scoops of
Halls. Last dab cereal. Halls. Oh, I saw a funny post. I'm pretty sure I shared it on Facebook, but it was eating capsicum like increases the sensitivity to hot heat, while eating like mint increases the sensitivity to cold sensitivity. So someone said things like, well, if you eat both of them, they'll cancel each other out. And someone replied, technically those are different receptors, and you've just made liquid fire. You just killed yourself, essentially. Because it just activates them both being super sensitive. Like, oh, God.
You're just like,
Now to cancel it out with some mint. Oh, God. I can't breathe. I just died. I learn something every day. Don't eat wintergreen gum and then eat a habanero. Well, thank you, Aaron. It was a fun one. Got to ask you some good questions, and we had to make fun of dumb weapons and went over some good stats. Hopefully, next session, you might get to fight another thing. And forget about the fact that we have a dog in the party, because that was forgotten about. Well, anyway, thank you all for coming. I really have to go. I hope you liked watching my really crappy show. Like, follow, and subscribe is what I'm supposed to say. And as always, see you next Tuesday.
You're contractually obligated
to like, follow, and subscribe.
Yes.
No matter what. That's a rule.
You have to. If you're hearing me, you have to. It's
like only you can prevent forest fires. Well, only you have to not start forest fires, and you have to like, follow, and subscribe. Good night, everyone.
Good night.
Walking hand in hand on the ocean floor, down deep we wonder. Louder we sing, no there is no cure.